Hey dolls, let's go ahead and jump right into this. I almost forgot to put on my color corrector, so I'm going to go in with that from e.l.f. And then I'll be going in with the Dewy Smooth Foundation from Fit Me in the color 360 Mocha. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure I stipple all that in. I put way too much on my hand, so, and I'm going to wind up putting way too much on my face. So we're just going to go ahead and circle the face with that, make sure we get it in, stipple, stipple, stipple. There we go. All right. I wound up like wiping it off my hand with a rag because it was way too much. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do here. This week has been a trying week for me, so I've just decided to play makeup. Going in with the LA Girl Pro.Conceal in the color Toffee. Making sure I get that in all the basic spots. Sorry for the little break in silence. Okay, now as usual, I'm going to go ahead and go on with this contour. That is from the Black Radiance Mousse Foundation, and it's in the color ESPRESSO. Just going to make sure I carve out my cheekbones, and I usually go directly under my highlight, which may be high for some people, but it's just a way to adjust my face so that my cheekbones don't seem as long, although they pop. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and stipple in my highlight color and concealer. Make sure I do my chin, under my eyes. I was looking to make sure that my contour was how I wanted it, so I just darkened it up a little bit. Make sure I get the temples, forehead. Then I'm going to go in with this buffing brush and just push, guys, the contour in. I'm not going to rub it. I'm just making sure it gets in there and it looks pretty much smooth and blended. Looking pretty good. All right, there I have my Topaz BEN NYE setting powder. I'm going to go in with around my eyes, my chin, my nose. And I usually put a lot, but I'm very oily. That's always my disclaimer, so I try to have it soak up as much as I can. Going along my jawline directly underneath, well, directly above my jawline underneath my contour. I'm going to go ahead and try to wipe some of it off. And I'm going to go in and stipple again because I felt like my contour dropped a little too low, so I was using a stippling brush. That's my Coral Cove Milani blush. I'm going to go in directly on top of my contour. And I like how it just turns out to me. It looks really, really cool. It's like your blush is coming out from under your contour. Just going to make sure I go ahead and get that in nice and good. I'm filming in my office now, so the lighting is a little bit different, which I kind of like at this point. I'm going in with my all over glow and bronze glow. And if you see me looking to the left or the right a lot, I'm trying to look at my computer screen as I film in a different direction. That's the Zori Flawless Setting Spray. All right, now I'm going in with the Camouflage. I don't even know what brand that is, but I got it from Walmart. It's really light. But I'm going to go ahead and carve out my eyebrows with it. And again, pat yourselves on the back. If you've done something good this week, you've done something right, something positive, even me with this damn carving out my eyebrow, I think I did pretty cool. I'm still trying to get to the fact of, or the point of eyebrows being sisters and not distant cousins or some step cousin, but I'm getting there, slowly but surely. It's a learning process. I always like write notes to myself or do little positive things where I can look back and read it or see it and say, wow, I did that, or I thought about that. So I'm so like hype for when the moment comes where I can look back at these videos and say, damn, you know, this is how I used to do this, and be a pro. But I don't ever see myself wanting to do anybody else's makeup, ever. I just want to perfect it for myself. I'm just going ahead and carving out my eyebrows. Now I'm going on the top. And you guys know I hate this halo effect, so I'm going to definitely get rid of it. But I'm just trying to make it as even as possible. I was trying to make sure the bottom's matched up and also the top. So that's me trying to connect it there just to make sure, like, if it's their straight line, that they begin in the same spot and that my high points are roughly around the same spot. And as usual, one is always super fancy, super fierce. I actually liked the thicker side, but I had to make it smaller to match the other side. I'm going in with my BEN NYE banana powder, and I'm just going to set the concealer on top of my eye, because I'm also going to go in and do a quick little tutorial or experiment, because I didn't do great, but it came out cute. When it comes to the eyeshadow, I'm going to be playing with blues and greens and yellows and all that jazz. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get my angled brush. I forgot where I got this set. It's a cool set. And that's the Anastasia Beverly Hills in the color Chocolate, which is too dark for me now, considering I have blonde and orange hair. And I'm just outlining my eyebrow, and then in the front, of course, we're just going to flick up, and we're going to do hair-like strokes along the shaft of the eyebrow. Do the same thing over here. So just line it up, top and bottom, and then just go in between. I'm getting cool. So cool. I was getting pissed as hell though with this camera. I'm like, okay, I want you to see what I'm doing, but then I was blocking it. And again, don't worry, I will be starting on my Ziva ring, or whatever you want to call it, my ring light. I'm gonna do a DIY on it. I'm gonna go to Walmart and like get all the stuff and do it. And here I am. I had to make it smaller, like I said, to match the other eyebrow. So I just went in with more concealer. That is the Elfie, I believe it's a blonde color eyebrow pencil that also comes with a little spoolie on the end. Now I was debating about using my buffing brush to get it off, but I went in with Milani instead. I put some of that on my stippling brush and just went around my forehead with it to kind of kill the highlight, but still have it peek from underneath, but it not be so harsh. So that's what I did there. And the Milani is the Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation concealer in the number 14, which is Golden Toffee, and that's also brown. That's the Morphe, I believe, 35B palette that I'm using. Okay, I'm going in with the bottom green color. And I'm just working in on the corner, outer V. But I also want to try to blend it out and get as much product off of the brush as I can so I can go in with my next color. So we're just going to stay in the V shape. Alright, now the color directly above, which is just a slightly lighter. I mix them directly above and the top color. So see how it has pretty much like a gradient effect, that you got your dark color, and I'm just blending them all in so that there's no distinctive harsh line when it comes to the two different colors. All right, now I'm going in with like a blue. It's definitely a deep blue, almost damn near black, but it's a dark blue. And I just go back to the outer V. Blend, 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 bish. And it was coming out cute. I could have left it like this. I could have been simple. I could have been basic. But as usual, I try to outdo myself. So I'm just going back in with the green. And I'm just going to bring it all the way over to my inner eye. And I've been in love with this Morphe palette. I was going to say, I do love it. I'm going back in with the camouflage because now I'm going to attempt a cut crease. Because why? Rachel's been watching Brianna Marie's videos all day and Amy's makeup box video all day. And she said, they did it, so I can try. I should have kept it small. But I didn't keep it small. Because why? I opened this hooded fat eye of mine and it transferred. So I had to go deeper with it. I think, is it this eye? I think this eye came out better than the other one, but it wasn't as even. I have to get a better brush that I can do a more precise line. And that's where I messed up. The line wasn't as straight as it could have been. But we're going to get through it. Why? Because we're cool. And it's all practice. Again, if you guys have any tips, secret videos, something, I think I just need a better mirror, a magnifying mirror, to be able to do this. So I was just setting that in place because this camouflage concealer is really, really sticky and it stays wet for a long time. So I was going in with BEN NYE banana powder. I'm just going to dust it off. And I could have left it like this. Even that was cute. I wanted something bright. It didn't come out extremely bright though. So I wound up going over it, I think, with another darker green and then a darker green and a brighter green. That's me just smudging it out. And I'm going to do the other eye off camera. See, there we go. Came in and I was pretty much done with it. And also a quick tip. If you have any type of setting powder, you can go crazy with it directly under your eye before you start with any highly pigmented eyeshadow. And when you get ready to wipe off the eyeshadow, it'll pop right off because of all the setting powder you had underneath and it won't be any transfer. So you can just go ahead and dab, dab, dab and get to it. Don't ask me what I'm looking for here. But, oh yeah, I was going to go into my inner duct. I have this NYX eye pigment in yellow. It's so beautiful. It's almost like a goldish yellow. So I'm just going in to my tear duct with that. And I'm just trying to blend out the green under my eye since it transferred down there anyway. And the overall look, I think, was cute. The idea was beautiful. The execution, not so great. But that's alright. You live and you learn, right? And as usual, I will post videos. I mean pictures. I'm tired. As I said, it's been a long week for me. But I thank you guys so much for just chilling with me, hanging out, watching these tutorials. Even if it's not a lot of you that are subscribing, people are still watching. So thank you for taking your few seconds out of the day and spending them with me. Now I'm looking around for something. And then I know the video is going to change. It's going to get really bright because I'm going to go into my bathroom. I changed wigs like 3 times. And then I decided just to put my head wrap on and take my pictures. I was trying to go in with this pencil, but it wasn't working for me. So I was like, okay, screw it. And here we go. So get ready for the next video. And then it's going to follow with pictures. That was a Sephora blue lipstick. And I love this blue lipstick, but I definitely didn't decide to go with it in the long run. I just wound up wiping everything off and started from scratch. But it's a very pretty blue, very deep. And it's not a matte, so it doesn't dry the hell out of your lips, which I love. Now, get ready for the sunbeam. That was one of the wigs, but I decided, yeah, to take that off. I was just in my bathroom trying to get everything situated as far as getting all that excess stuff off of my face. But anyway, get ready for the pictures.